We were in an interesting situation starting in the beginning of 2011. We were going through a divestiture, and we needed to build our core back-end systems from scratch. And we needed something that was going to do that quickly and effectively. And knowing that was key to our success was to actually have an HR system and financials up and running was going to be actually the key for us separating from the other company. So we needed to find a partner that was going to enable us to do that within months, not years, and that was our choice for Workday. As we went through a pretty quick RFP process, and as we did that, we talked about financial controls, IT controls around security. So working with the Workday team, we actually understood your guys' security controls that were put in place. And based on our experience with Salesforce, I think what we recognized is you were going to be able to secure our data more effectively than we were going to be able to actually secure our data. And that's not disrespecting our IT internal team. It was just a recognition that we understand the value, or that we understand the value you place on the security of the data and the controls that you did, and we recognized that that was going to be more than adequate for actually what we needed to do. But we did go through, talking about your data centers, how they're secured, the SAS 70, all of the different compliance things that we needed. But at the end of the day, just as we did with Salesforce, I think we recognized you guys were more capable of doing that, and we understood the importance of it for your business model. If there was a problem, it was going to be a real problem for you guys, so we were comfortable with that. Team's focus is really now spent more in trying to understand what the business needs are and how we can help accomplish those things. Whereas in the past, we were stuck more in an operational focus of, some refer to it as keep the lights on or business as usual. And as the roadmap of keep the lights on seemed to grow with every release with old enterprise software, we were finding less time to be able to get in front and partner with the business. Now the team is able to actually build roadmaps with the business, help them achieve their goals and objectives, and do it in a way where it makes actually our keep the lights on and business as usual efforts and operations much more streamlined. One of our goals from an IT roadmap perspective is to make sure that we're finding software that has a strong mobile strategy in place. Ultimately, what we want to do is unencumber our employees from the physical constraints of being at the office or being tied to the network. As we do that, we're trying to make selections, whether it be Workday and others going forward, that allow people the flexibility to be mobile and get their work done wherever they might be. When we went live with Workday, they were just getting ready to release the iPad version and the iPhone version. The IT team is actually the first ones to go out using the iPad and the iPhone version. And the greatest testament I can say is it works as advertised. It does not require any additional training or expertise, and actually I found myself many times over the weekend approving expense reports, making HR changes from the comfort of my home with my iPhone or my iPad, and it's been great. I think one of the most unexpected benefits was around change management. If you're in a cycle with old enterprise software, you also factor into that training and adoption. And so a lot of your effort is spent in building the correct training for your end users, putting trainers out in the field, documentation, manuals, whatever it might be, and you always end up, it feels like, coming up a bit short. One of the things we did, we had to move very quickly, was actually as we launched Workday, was we didn't do that. And that really, again, is a testament to the platform itself, because it works as expected, and actually it works in a way where users didn't need hours and hours of training. The questions we started to get were, how do I reset my password, and things like that. We were not getting the questions that we had got with previous software packages, which is, I don't understand how to work this, it doesn't work in this browser, it doesn't work on this platform. Now it's given us a chance to, whatever browser people want to use, whatever platform, whether they be Mac or PC, it doesn't matter. That has really freed us up from a perspective of how quickly we can implement and then move forward and start focusing the conversation on more business value things as opposed to how do I use the software. So I think that was the greatest benefit we saw in the implementation, and we've continued that as we move forward. Our customer experience has been fantastic, and I think it is a shared partnership that we have, but also a shared objective. Our goal as AAA is to be focused on our members' needs. I think we get definitely in the partnership with Workday the idea that they're focused on our needs. And by them focusing on our needs as a company, it enables us to actually focus in turn on our members' needs.